We are from Equity Bloom. Equity Bloom is a valuation platform. The average discounted price, which is approximately 35,000 for business valuation and 50,000 for software valuation.
This is a consulting business, right?
No, we are operating in a service as a product model, so it's not consulting.
How do you make sure to the client that this valuation is the correct?
Yes, that's the problem that still exists. Hi, good evening. I'm Pallavi and he's my co-founder Abhar. We are from Equity Bloom. Equity Bloom is a valuation platform and we specialize in valuation of early stage startups. I say early stage because these startups face a very typical problem that they do not have any financial data to back them up. Sometimes these startups have a very unique product or service and you don't really have a market comparable to understand how to derive the value through market comparables. So how do you derive value for such businesses? Currently, the typical valuation, how it works is, it's usually an offline method. You go to a valuation expert, which are usually CA firms, and they will take some inputs, take a lot of time, take a lot of money, and still give you a valuation report that's based on an income method, which is usually the DCF, the discounted cash flow methods. But that does not include various qualitative aspects that a startup might bring in. They might have an amazing MVP, they might have started generating traction, they might have collated an amazing team that has a lot of potential. So how do you get these qualitative measures to add value to the business? What we do is we deploy a lot of qualitative methods, basically a custom-weighted approach of a lot of internationally recognized methods like a Berkus or a risk summation or a scorecard method, and then we give custom weights based on the industry that the startup, based on which stage they are seed stage, growth stage, or a seed stage or a growth stage, and then we derive at a valuation that is acceptable both to the client and to the investor. Yeah.
How many clients do you have as of now and how much do you charge them?
So our list price is 1 lakh rupees for business valuation. And we offer a lot of discounts through our referral partners, which are again CAs. And what we then get is the average discounted price, which is approximately 35,000 for business valuation and 50,000 for software valuation.
This is a consulting business, right?
No, we are operating in a service as a product model. So it's not consulting. Here, there's a difference because we have a proprietary platform.
It's a service business.
Yes, but we have structured it and productized it to give a tangible form. So before a customer even gets onboarded with us, he understands what the kind of valuation report that he's going to get.
See, valuation has many parameters, right?
Yes.
Right, so it's not the only one.
It's not science,
So
it's an art.
How do you make sure to the client that this valuation is the correct?
Yes, that's the problem that still exists. So what, like I said,
Then the client will not pay you. Simple as that. Client will not pay you.
So if I may, sir, essentially what we are trying to do here is we've given weighted averages to 5 different methodologies which are globally accepted. We've given denoted weight to each. While we submit that report to the client, he will have weightages. He will have a complete individual score on each methodology and then our custom proprietary methodology. Please, sir.
All VCs are doing this actually.
So
they have
that
a full time of people sitting there and doing this. I don't think nobody is going to buy.
Got your point, sir. Now the VCs have it. They will do it. They'll use it while assessing the guy who goes to them. But the guy will not have he'll not be privy to the data that the VC will have. He'll not have a dedicated guy. He might have to go to a CA who might charge him 5 lakhs and take a month's time to give it. Our USP.
So what currently happens is, because we have had a lot of clients, we have worked with a lot of VCs, the valuation that typically happens is a post facto valuation, that once you've agreed to a value and then you do your due diligence, and that's a backward calculation that happens.
The question is that VC already have their own staff, their own people who are sitting there and doing it.
Sir, a pre-revenue guy.
Let me
go ahead.
Pause this for a second. When WhatsApp got valued at what was it, 19 billion? right? What was the DCF or what was the method of valuation that was put at that point of time?
Right.
And we go back to the famous phrase of beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely, sir.
So उसमें ये method कहाँ गया?
So,
उसमें तो कोई method ही नहीं था. उसमें तो उनको समझ आ गया कि ये company को हम कहाँ से कहाँ लेके जा सकते हैं.
Absolutely.
yes.
And someone valued it at that billions of dollars, right?
I'll take
Similar
this.
is in the case of Flipkart.
Sure.
Similar is in the case of everything. So a seasoned investor
Yep.
and a seasoned entrepreneur would come back to you and say कि madam ये आपने क्या valuation report मेरी बनाई है? This is not something that I'm going to, because at the end of the day, if you don't understand the real business, you can put any Excel and any variable to it, right? So
Absolutely.
how do you ensure that you give that right wind beneath the wings, I would say, to really give it that valuation and justify it as well? Because a DCF is not the right way to do it at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So I'll take this. So a couple of things. I think Pallavi mentioned it in the very beginning that our go-to people are pre-revenue startups, people in early stage. So we comparing them will not be an apple-to-apple comparison, because these guys will essentially have a lot of qualitative strengths. For example, let's say an ex-McKinsey is now opening his own startup. He will bring something to the table that maybe a similar guy, a similar industry person, but without that experience, without that know-how, will not have.
I hope you're not discounting the other entrepreneurs.
Oh, absolutely
who are
not.
from
Absolutely
McKinsey's
not.
and-
I'm just trying
and
to-
the IITs of the world.
Absolutely, sir. No, I'm just trying
if you
to
pick up the top 100 startups valued today.
denoting an additional value to somebody is a plus for that person, no minuses for anybody else. Now coming back to your question again, I agree totally that a Flipkart or WhatsApp will have historic data, will have certain standards which DCF can also support, and most of the VCs and most of the valuation firms will work on that model, but we are playing in a different ballpark. Our go-to-market is people who currently haven't even raised a single round of funds. They are not aware what am I supposed to do.
Secondly, the valuation is not only
Basically, you are, just to cut short, so
Yep.
basically you people are giving the consulting services for the startup companies who has not even structured their company. Is it, that's where you are coming into a key role playing, or what exactly?
yes, these are the startups that are looking to raise funds,
Yeah.
do not really have the historical data. They do not know when they are standing in front of the VC or the investor, what should be their ask.
And
What
it's
is
an
their
end-to-end
worth?
service, ma'am. It's an end-to-end
So
service.
it's a great starting point for them to understand, because we have had a lot
They're
of
already
discussion.
a startup and you're going to give the structure. How they are going to pay you, actually, your consulting services?
We're not calling it a consulting services at all. It's a
okay.
one-time fee for the business valuation, which will, somebody pays me 35,000.
Okay.
I'll tell him, sir, as of now, you're sitting on this number. Now, what is your ask? Do you want to raise funds? How much do you need to dilute? We'll let you know that.
Because we've-
Can I give an advice?
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Let's say if you say that I will ensure in my business model to get you valued at a number where you will get invested 100%. ऐसे कर सकते हो आप?
I didn't get that question.
I understood. So I'll give you our data. I mean, not that we are, because like I mentioned, we've helped, on an average, we are getting one customer every day in the last 2 years.
Yes.
And out of those people, 80% of the people whom we've helped with the business valuation have on our valuation raised funds, whatever funding, whatever valuation we told them, the ballpark range. Of course, we can't tell them, तुम 120 crore की सामी हो. We can tell them तुम 100 से 125 crore का business हो. During that range, 80% people.
80% have raised on your valuation.
That's right, sir.
So either your valuation is very low, or the founders have found the right set of investors.
So
I'll end it there.
we have that in our portfolio.
Yeah, I'll end
we
it
have that
there.
in our
Right way of-
portfolio.
Yes,
We have a
to-
group of HNIs and AFIs. We have our own incubator partners. We ensure, again, like I mentioned, so that's our ask, by the way. We're not here to raise money. It's our ask. The ask is that we have close potential clients coming into us. We look at the business, we know the numbers, and we pitch it to
Yeah, okay.
investors.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.